out. But if my voice does cut out, I don't think I give a fuck. Although, is it actually? Apparently it's broadcasting. Well, okay then. I will trust that it is, although I don't see the indicator. You know what, bear with me. I'm just going to do a little check-see. And then I'll explain what we're doing in just a moment here. Well, though, you can probably tell from the title what it is that we're doing today. Yep, it's all good to go. So, welcome. This is a break from the usual point-to-point videos that we've got going on. Today, we're here just in the northwest of Wales. I forgot the name of where I am already, but EGOD is the name of the airport. And what we're doing here today, basically, is we're flying the Mach loop in an A320. If you don't know what that is, it's basically valleys in Wales that form a circle that air forces from around the world sometimes come to and use for training. And I'm going to try it in an A320. So there's going to be no autopilot today, no fancy stuff, just a free flight of the Mach loop. So very suitably, due to what we're going to be going through here, we're in a Red Bull livery A320. Because, you know, they're usually the ones that are to do with all the epic stuff. This airport is a lot smaller than I anticipated, so we're a bit out of place here. But, you know, I'm going to give this a bloody good go. Let's just, you know, start up the aircraft. Obviously, we don't have any external power available. It is what it is. See if we can get the APU started up. Interesting puddle right there. Interesting indeed. Let's put these lights on, shall we? I'm hoping that the APU can start up without external power. Pretty sure that it'll be able to. If not, we might have a problem. Well, that's a good sound. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. That's exactly what we wanted. So we'll get this bad boy up and running without further ado, really. Start engine 1. So, looking at my phone, I've set a waypoint roughly in the direction of the Mach loop, but I think that might be too far. I'll just have another look on maps. Right, so the loop is actually... Ooh, it starts... That's quite useful, actually. So, this road here is where the loop starts. And it comes around like that. And then around like that, I believe. That's the loop there. The main attraction part of it, people go and watch, is they watch it from there. But I think this is our loop here. So I'm going to leave the VFR map on there, so I can see where we're going. But yeah, that's our loop there, roughly. So that is what we're heading for. I'm wondering, is it worth me talking to air traffic? No, we're going to ignore air traffic completely for this run. And we're just going to try and do the Mach loop and try and land back here, if we can. I probably should have done a bit more prep for this, but fuck it. I just wanted to have a little bit of a fuck about. And so a fuck about we shall have. When this bad boy started up, we'll put it in reverse for a tad. sort of back it back there, and then we'll drive out this way, and we'll take off from that runway because it looks to be a little bit longer than the other two, but we'll see. Oh god, this is definitely not a proper. This airport is not intended for this aircraft. That much I can tell. Anyway, let's do our own pushback, shall we? We'll just yep. I'll do it from external view all the way. Know that that's sort of cheating. I need to give it a bit more welly. I did turn off the parking brake, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh, give it a bit more welly then. There we are. Well, we do the trick, won't it? Yep, that'll do the trick. Let's go to the runway. And while we're doing that, we'll put that in plan mode so we can see what we're doing. Okay, I have honestly no idea how this is going to go, and if we're going to manage to land back here, etc, etc. We're not going to be climbing to a very high altitude for this flight. It's going to be very... scuffed, might be the word, or maybe it's not the word, I don't know. But it's not going to be very professional, I think is the right way to put it. We'll do what we can. We will do what we can. I just thought it'd be a nice little thing to break up, because I don't want to fly for ages today. That's why I actually didn't do much prep, if I'm honest. I don't want to fly for ages today. That's just how it is. But doing this allows me to still do something interesting, but without having to fly too much today. Don't know. I don't think I'm all supposed to be driving down this way, or taxiing down this way, pardon, but I'm doing it, so deal with it. Yeah, looks like I'm not supposed to be doing this. Fuck it, I don't care. We are doing it. I don't know what these markings mean with the yellow X's either. I am very naive. But, yeah, I'm sure it'll all be fine. We'll just use this as like a place to line up on. So we'll put our flaps to 1. That's armed. And we'll get ready just in case we need to abort. Yep. Let's just send it, I reckon. $80 knots. 100 knots. 120. 140 knots, and we're going to rotate here. Okay, gears coming up. Flaps are going back because we're going a bit fast. Felt a bit of wind there. Okay. Bring the thruster back a little bit because we're going a bit fast. But let's not go too slow. Oh, what was that? Something just yanked the aircraft back straight. That was interesting. Oh, it's doing it again. I think it's the aircraft wants to level out. Don't want to go too fast here. There's no middle ground, which is really annoying with the thrust. Alright, let's take a look at the aircraft. Oh, the gears! What? That'll probably be the source of our problems. I thought I put the gear up. I pressed the fucking parking brake, didn't I? I've got to get used to my control scheme. I switched the parking brake, not the landing gear, so that is my bad. That's probably why the aircraft was being a bit dodged, because the landing gear was down. Well. It was such a good takeoff as well. But I had fucked it with the landing gear. Right. We're on course to the Mach loop, which will be in these valleys just in front of us. It's exciting. I might reduce thrust a bit and put the flaps down instead. Are we climbing? I feel like we're climbing. I may be wrong. We are on our way, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, I should have done that. I've lost the loop now. That's the loop there. So we got some Welsh towns just there off to the right hand side. I don't know what town it is, but it's a town. We're going to be following this river just below us, I think. Yep. So where that river breaks off in front of us, that breaks off into the start of the loop. So we are about to enter the Mach loop, ladies and gents. I think it's just to our right here. This river should connect to a road, but it's very hard to tell. I think I can see it where we're going. I think it's just in that valley right there, just in front of the middle pillar. Yep, this is it. This is the Mach loop. Let's have an interesting flight and let's not biff it would be good. So this is where a lot of people will come. They'll sit on the hills just to our left there and they'll watch aircraft go through the valley like this. Woo. How does that look? Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. There's a bit of a lack of texture on the hill to our left. That's okay. So yeah, it's a tourist attraction in the UK and Wales, this Mach loop, where people come onto the hills and watch. They watch jets and big cargo planes like C-130s or what have you. Jets are probably better at navigating that than this is, because I'm not familiar exactly with the loop. But we'll go around it again, because that wasn't too bad actually, once we were in it. But we have kind of come above it now. That's okay. 1,000. We'll 500, 400. Apparently, you do come out of it anyway here, and come back around. I think it's mainly that bit that we were in between the hills to begin with. 500, what I'll try and do is I'll try and line up the external camera and try and do that whole valley in the external camera if we can next time. So I'll line up the external camera while we're on this bit here.
300.
Yeah, let's do it from like that angle. Bit of frames while we're coming through.
500.
But yeah, that's the Mach loop. Planes genuinely do that here. Obviously not airliners, but military aircraft will do that there. So the Atlas, the Airbus Atlas. I know Atlas is just like the nickname for it. It's got a proper name. They probably don't go that low over this bit here actually, because people live here, don't they? So I'll be a bit more considerate. I'll gain a bit of altitude on this bit. But the auto throttle on the Airbus does a good job actually of doing everything itself. I'll give it that. You don't fly it like a Boeing. It does a lot of things for you in the Airbus. You set a preset of what you want to do, and then it knows what you want from that preset, if that makes sense. So I'm in the auto throttle preset, so it knows how much throttle I'm actually going to want, even though I'm not touching it. Since we entered the loop, I haven't given it more throttle, I've not given it less. You've heard the engines go up and down in power, and yeah, it's just that the aircraft knows what I want. Unfortunately, some of these hills have got no fucking textures on. I think that's probably just the satellite imagery. It's the shadows, isn't it? Yeah, it's the fucking shadows. They're not doing their job properly. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Yeah, obviously, the Airbus isn't the most maneuverable of aircraft. It is not built for that. But it still does a decent job of handling this loop. We're going to want to definitely pull up here.
400. 300. 200.
That was a bit dangerous. But I had it under control.
200.
Quite dangerous though.
300. 200.
Here the yeah, we're going to have to give that more throttle and pull up.
400. 300.
Woo! He didn't go lower than 100, so that's fine. Alright, we're going to come in for the loop again in a second. We'll try and do it in external view.
500.
Yeah, I hope this fasten seatbelt sign is on.
500.
So this is the main valley here, the main attraction. Is this bit right here.
300.
So we'll do this in external if we can. Yeah, nice. Because this is one of the only places really where you can get above the aircraft.
200.
And it's really nice and simple and straight. So I think that's a lot of the reason why they do that here. Right, we'll climb up out of this and we'll head back to the airport. Let's not nose up too much though.
500.
I'm pushing the aircraft to its limits here. Yeah, we're not going to go through the loop another time, we're just going to come back around and go back to the airport. Although we could have gone around the loop to go back. We could equally just go through it in reverse, couldn't we? Sort of. We've run out of a lot of loop. Yeah, we're not really going to go through it in reverse, because this part of the mountain we're about to fly over here, this is usually where the photographers sit. We've just flown over it.
500, 400, 300.
Maybe there's a setting to tell the altimeter readings to shut up, but I don't know what it is. 500, 400, 300, 500, 400, 300. There we go. Interesting. Just wanted to visit an iconic place when it comes to aviation. Alright. Well, what we'll do now is we'll head back to where we came from. And we obviously want to come in over the water
1,000.
so that we've got space to land properly. So yeah, this video is a lot shorter than the other ones because we were just doing something nice and simple, but you know, it does look good, doesn't it, here? Oh, if only I had the specs to whack this up to Ultra, you know, it would look incredible.
400.
But I don't quite. Still looks very good, doesn't it? Let's just quickly nose up a little bit, and I'm trying to put it into the cinematic camera. And let's get rid of that, and let's take a screenshot. Lovely. That's what we were after. Right, we'll get the VFR map back up. So yeah, Airbuses, I think they're easier to fly than a Boeing. I think they're a little bit nicer than a Boeing. That's just my opinion. You can actually see our runway there, just on the map, on the VFR map. Yeah, it sticks out quite nicely, that straight line, so we should be able to line up quite nicely with it. I know, I'm trying to reduce the speed.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
There's the runway. Lined up nicely, I think. A little bit off.
300.
Oh, we're very low, but we've just been flying low in general. We will sort it. Here we are, we're coming in at the right angle now. A little bit low actually.
100. 60.
Bit too low.
40. 30,
Very low.
20.
We've got it. Retard.
5.
Full reverse. You know, that was actually a very good landing. All things considered. That was actually a very good landing. I mean, I didn't do any of the lights and stuff, but it's whatever. The landing was very good. I am happy with that. Bring the flaps up. Yeah, the landing. Very happy with that. That was very smooth. I thought we were sinking a bit fast, but no, we managed that quite nicely, I think. I am quite pleased with that. And we'll just park up where we were. That was a good little flight. I'm very pleased with that landing, actually. I definitely think I'm getting better. Not perfect, but definitely getting better. Is that a person? No. Thought that was someone who was going to want to try and skedaddle. Oh, there's two cars fucking. It is what it is. There we are, a bit of Tokyo drift, but parking brakes on. Let's get all these lights off. Oh, no, that was already off. Off, off, off. Let's get those engines down, powered down. And we don't really need the APU to take over, because we're just going to go cold and dark now. Going to power everything down. And there you have it. So, hopefully you enjoyed that short flight and all the rest of it. I think that went quite well. The takeoff was smooth, the landing was smooth. I handled the approach. You know, we came in very low, but I handled it. Yeah. Was completely no autopilot involved in that whole thing, and we didn't crash. We went through the Mach loop a couple times. And then we came back here successfully. So I think I see that as a definite win. Yeah. I'm having the problems though, in that I seem to be addicted to the Airbus. And I can't fly anything else. It's just a good aircraft. I like it. Thanks for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in the future. And yeah, I think I stole his parking space, but tough shit. He can fuck off. Thanks for watching. And bye-bye.